Hello and welcome to day 12 of Vlogmas. Day 12, we're nearly halfway through. I have got a cup of tea, a cup of Earl Grey, black Earl Grey. I've not long got in from school. It has been cold today. It's -1 currently outside. It's dark. Yeah, lighting in here is appalling. I am sorry. Yeah, it was snowing this morning, not proper snow. I mean, it was tiny flakes and it hasn't amounted to anything, you know. You can imagine the kids at school were excited. Oh, snow, snow, snow. Yeah, it's not proper snow really. But anyway, Saturday, as I said in yesterday's vlog, after theatre train, the staff went to the Dung Cow. And I'll put a little clip on now. I walked to the school where we teach theatre train from, and I thought it was going to take me ages. I allowed 2 hours and in fact did it in about an hour and 20 minutes and spent a lot of time in Aldi looking at all the lovely food thinking, oh, that looks nice, oh, that looks nice. Anyway, here is the pub.
For about an hour, certainly blowing the cobwebs away. What a lovely, lovely morning. Sorry, I'm looking a bit windswept. I am about halfway there, so that's good.
Group selfie.
Group selfie. I have to say what I was just saying.
Read the label on your stuff. So like my
theatre train,
shirt,
and this is the lovely Emma, who's a dance teacher.
So
We were just talking about weddings. What were you saying?
That most people spend so much money on a wedding. I would rather use that money for like a house, but I do want a church wedding. My mom's a vicar, and I want my mom to do my wedding. And then I just want to have like, I don't know, hire like a marquee, have like a big ceilidh, something like that, but nothing too like high key. I'd rather use that money, holiday, house, all that kind of thing.
Boys, do you want to say hello to the vlog?
Hello, I was saying to
teacher. This is Mark, who used to be the dance teacher but owns the train with the fabulous morning.
So the pub is lovely. Talking of food, give Barry your order. Did I say I've got Earl Grey tea? Oh, I need this. It's been really cold at school. There's something wrong with the heating. Yeah, but anyway, the pub goes back a couple of 100 years or more. I said yesterday I was really disappointed with my meal. Not as good as it normally is there, and it's not a cheap pub. It's not a spend, but it's not cheap either. And yeah, I was disappointed, whether it's a time of year the day of the week, the volume of people that were in there, I don't know, but it wasn't up to its usual standard. Yeah. Anyway, yesterday I scheduled my video and I premiered it, set it as a premiere, and I happened to be around, and thank you to those people who watched with me as it was airing at, I think it was just after 5 o'clock yesterday. It was really nice talking to you in the chat, and I think that has made me think that I will do some lives next year. Probably only get about 3 people watching, but yeah, I think I might do some lives next year, either crafting or chat and craft. I don't know, we'll see. But thank you to those people that watched yesterday's vlogs. And yeah, I was putting something up and seen that I've done over 500 videos now. Bloody heck, 500, I think it's 510 videos. Anyway, you've all got better things to do than watch me witter on. So I've got today's little bag of yarn. And number 12, we'll do the story while I can see. Okay, day 12, it says macarons. I love a macaron. I like a macaroon as well. They were sitting in a restaurant in a side street off the Champs-Élysées. They walked from the Eiffel Tower, where Chloe had stood looking up in disbelief, past the Hotel Georges Sank, and were now taking tea at her aunt's request. Aunt Josephine was still regaining her strength, and Chloe, happily obliged, and now found herself contemplating the biggest plate of macarons she had ever seen. You do have to choose, Chloe, her aunt smiled. Choosing a pink macaron, she looked around her. Conversations and laughter filled the air. She couldn't take her eyes away from a lady 2 tables away by the large glass window. She wore the largest hat Chloe had ever seen and talked continuously while gesticulating wildly with one hand and managing to drink the tiniest cup of coffee with the other. By her feet was a tiny dog. With a pang, Chloe thought of Raymond. She smiled to think of him in such an elegant place. He'd cause utter chaos. The recent Exposition Universelle of Paris had recently closed, but the magnificent buildings, including the nearby Grand Palais, remained, as did some of the wonderful innovations such as the giant Ferris wheel and the moving staircase. Paris had been full of millions of visitors and all sorts of wonderful things. Chloe reached for another brightly coloured macaron. For the second time in a few short minutes, her thoughts were back in Bano and with her papa. So pink macarons. I wonder if this will be a pink yarn. I'm wearing my Hopeful Cow, which was a mystery knit along that I did in 2021. Yeah, I didn't keep up with it. It's the first mystery knit along I'd ever done. Right, let's have, oh no, it's not pink. Oh, it's very similar to yesterday, but we haven't got the green and brown in it. Got a little bit more of a vibrant blue that end, and I'm sorry, the light is not very good at all. I'll be filming in daylight tomorrow because I'm at home. But we've got greys, blues, mauves. Very nice. And as always, it's beautifully soft. So I'm going to put this in here. Tomorrow is day 13. And I have got my iPad here to show you what I plan to knit with this particular yarn advent. So, if you want to follow me on Ravelry, if you are a knitter, I don't post on there really, but I do have a profile on there. I'm called Fudgeface1. I'll leave it in the description box. But I plan to knit the Glam Garden Wrap by Suraya Rina Hossain. And it was published this year, September 2022. And they suggest Giddy Art Yarns Merino Smooth Sock, 3.25mm needles, and it's calling for between 1900 and 1950 meters, 1950 meters, and it's it was an Advent promo. I should have bought this before the weekend. Celebrating the launch of my climate series in Advent season means the promo can be used on this design too. It was designed using an Advent calendar, so it's perfect. Get 25% off. Well, I can't. Anyway, it says a lovely, soothing and rhythmic project flowing from one section to the next with interesting nature-inspired stitch patterns, garter palette cleansers and glamorous crystal motifs for that touch of elegance. It says the pattern is a simple wrap in a rectangular construction using fingering weight or 4-ply yarn. It is knit straight with integrated border and edge stitches. 24 sections. Yeah, so 24 20 gram mini skeins, 87 meters each. I think that's what it says. 87 yards, 80 meters, which is what these are. Yeah. And you need 4mm bicone preciosa crystal beads, 668 of those, but I might not use those particular beads. I might just find something different. I might look and see what I've got in my stash and find beads that go with each colour. So that is it. It's just a wrap. You can't really see the texture, but each panel is a different textured stitch. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And then you can see that some of the sections have got beading on them. Let me see if I can get, yeah, so those middle sections there are beads, these here beads. Oh yeah, so that's what I'm gonna do, I think. And yeah, looks interesting, doesn't it? So yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do. I don't know, I'm not fully committed to it. I haven't bought the pattern yet. I'm going to see what else there is out there for yarn advents this year, because obviously a lot of designers put new patterns out for that particular year's yarn advent, and I can see I've witted on loads. So I'm going to go. I didn't tell you what the soup of the day was today, did I? It's brown ale, lentil and mushroom soup. So the brown ale and mushroom is right up my street, but lentil, no. I'll look forward to see what tomorrow's soup of the day is. And yeah, I hope everybody is well. I am not in the least bit ready for Christmas. I didn't write any Christmas cards yesterday, and you know what, given everything that's in the news about the post, I don't think I'm going to bother sending Christmas cards this year, which is a shame because I've got loads that I've made in the past. But I think what I am going to do, I don't know, I'll see how I feel tomorrow. I've got 2 magazine commissions to do before the 10th of January, and I'd like to crack on with them before Christmas. 5 projects in total, one of them a video project for Craft World. So yeah, anyway, I've witted on. I'm going now. I'm going to drink my tea, take my shoes off, and I might curl up on a sofa and watch a Christmas movie with my knitting. So I'll see you tomorrow. Bye everybody.